You're about to watch a Trains Newswire video. If you enjoy what you see, consider watching some of our other full-length videos. Big Boy, Back in Steam, 4014's Triumphant Return, 1309, The Beast of the East, and Skookum Lives, the Lazarus Locomotive. All these and more are available from our website, KalmbachHobbyStore.com. Good morning, Trains Nation. Today is Friday, June 28th, all day until midnight. We've been practicing. We're so glad you could join us for another Trains Newswire Roundup. I am Steve.
Hi, and I'm Jim, and we're here to recap the week's top news stories. Lots going on in the railroad world.
Yep.
Let's jump right into it. Steve, what are your big stories that are bubbling over your mind?
I went with controversial and quirky. Topping my list today, Richard Anderson at Amtrak. Amtrak's Richard Anderson testifying in front of Congress, basically saying that he really wants to cut the Southwest chief, and he encourages Congress to have PTC, positive train control, that is, a requirement for all common carrier railroads that carry passengers, which, you know, we have to dig into the details. How many common carriers carry passengers that are not required to have PTC? Some debate, but he's pretty adamant about it.
So we're back on this horse again.
Yep.
So
and
I thought that was over. I thought we got funding for that. I thought that was done.
Just when you thought
it was safe to go back into the
they
Southwest
pull you
chief.
back in. Yeah.
And so now here we are back again. Okay.
Yeah. So that's a big deal. And like I was telling you before we got on camera, check on the story. This is a big divide between the people who want the Southwest chief and people want to cut long distance, and it's not going away. Kentucky coal mine is now bankrupt, and it affects traffic on CSX, Norfolk Southern. Story on Newswire.
Check that one out.
Story this morning, a Philadelphia oil refinery. I've got a lot of alliteration today. Philadelphia oil refinery is affecting CSX, and it looks like it's going to be completely offline in the near future. That is the largest oil refinery on the eastern seaboard of the United States.
Yep. And well, we don't have to talk about gas prices when we all know what happens when oil refineries go away.
Ouch.
But anyway, some another hit on railroad traffic.
Yeah, you got some happy news in there?
Yeah, we do. We talked to the folks at Western Maryland Scenic. They've been slugging away at the 1309 project for years now. It's had its ups and downs. I mean, major ups and downs. And they're making some progress. They're starting to talk about craning the locomotive, setting it up so wheels sometime in the coming weeks. And best of all, they don't have any deadlines. They're just saying, look, we're going to finish it when we finish it now, which is the right way to do it.
Yeah.
So good on them. That is a very good thing.
Some controversial news. We got two stories out from Dan Zukowski this week on China and U.S. railroading. China is the brunt of tariffs for imports into the United States, including steel and consumer products and a whole bunch of other things. Also, I'm going to mess this up. I think it's the China Railroad Corporation.
It is.
CRRC, which has
They're a
contracts
manufacturer, yes.
Manufacturer of, everything railroad. They go from like rails and spikes on all the way up to high-speed rail. But for the United States, they're making transit cars for Chicago and Boston, and they wanted to do it for Washington Metro and a few others. Well, anyway, so there's a lot of pushback now, big pushback now to keep CRRC out of the United States and from winning transit contracts, because they were, I'm going to make this up, they're like bidding for half what anyone else was doing, Siemens or Alstom. So anyway, full story on Newswire from Dan Zukowski. A couple of quirky things. Mount Washington Cog Railway rescued a hitchhiker, or rescued a hiker on Mount Washington.
He got injured up there, and they pulled him down off of that. You know, trains have been great ambulances for years, and they've been pressed into service from time to time. And Mount Washington, as you probably know, is not the easiest place to get to. You either take the train, hike, or I think you can drive.
Well, it's a mountain.
Yeah. But anyway, it's a mess of a place to get to. But anyway, like I said, good on them for pulling this guy off.
Now, was that the kind of thing where it's like, oh, we're going to go fast now?
Yeah.
Crank it up to 20.
Yeah. I don't know about 20 on the cog. That'd be a little bit much. Probably not.
I got two quirky things, but I'm going to say one. I want to leave the other one for last. New York MTA is looking at banning, or has banned, repeat criminal offenders. Not fare jumpers, the way the story is written. Not fare jumpers, repeat criminal offenders. And I thought this is interesting because you know, if you, for whatever reason, you're down in your luck and you were stupid and you committed crimes and you keep doing it, you know, you're not going to be able to take the subways or buses in New York.
Really?
Probably not have a driver's license either. You're going to end up walking from like Manhattan to
So
Staten
they're
Island.
going to have like wanted posters on the way in? Is that what have you seen this guy on?
I have no idea.
I don't know how you enforce that.
It seems unenforceable to me. All I have to say is, if you're out there and you're laughing, if you had more than 2 driving while intoxicated, or you smoked some crazy stuff back in the day.
Go walk.
Yeah.
Just walk it. Hoof it. It's the best thing to do. Also in New York, over on the other end of the state, probably where there's no crime whatsoever in beautiful Western New York.
My old
You
stomping
should know.
ground.
Yeah, your old stomping ground.
Different crimes.
With different kind of crimes. Western New York and Pennsylvania, the famous Alco-laden short line. The end is in sight. Their first General Electric locomotive is being shipped next week. The good news is there's still time to go see it because it's going to be the parts and familiarization unit. So this one is going to show up, but they're not going to run it. So the runners are not going to come until later. So you've got roughly a couple months here. So get out there. It's a good one. Really good report by Stephen Koenig about what's going on there at the Western New York and Pennsylvania.
And we'll be following up on this. Stephen will be following up on this throughout the summer and the fall.
Yep,
So,
it's a big story, biggest locomotive story we know of.
yeah, it's really cool. Okay, so of all the quirky things we had in Newswire this week, this one just tickled my heart. And no, it's not because of the tragedy involved, but there was a tragedy. If you had a bad week, consider in Japan, in Kyushu, I think that's the name of the place, how to pronounce it, Kyushu. 26 trains were delayed or canceled, and 12,000 passengers were delayed after a slug crawled into some electrical equipment and got electrocuted.
Poor slug.
Poor slug.
Bad day for him. Bad day for commuters.
Bad day for commuters. It's not a squirrel, but it's a slug. It's Japan. It's got to be different. And I don't think they're going to have other slugs in service anytime soon.
Do you think, God, that's bad. I was just about to say, do you think it canceled the cat train? But anyway, we won't go there either. So hope you guys have a great weekend. Be sure and check out Newswire, some 40 to 50 stories every week. Be sure and check them out. For the both of us, have a great weekend and stay dry.